You sit there, scrolling, thinking you're wasting time. But what if you're not? What if the things you do every day quietly signal something extraordinary? The world calls them quirks, odd habits, strange routines. But psychology says they're often genius in disguise. The habits you hide might be proof your mind is working harder than anyone knows. Let me show you 5. Habit 1. Talking to yourself. Out loud. When no one's around, your thoughts spill into words. Feels weird, even embarrassing. But research from the University of Wisconsin shows this improves memory, focus, and problem solving. Albert Einstein was famous for this. He'd walk for hours, talking through equations out loud, not losing his mind, organizing it. Highly intelligent people externalize their thoughts to manage complex ideas that are too large to hold in working memory alone. What looks odd is structured thinking at work. When you talk to yourself, you're not being weird. You're being efficient. Now, this next habit literally keeps some of the smartest people in history awake. And while everyone says it's unhealthy, science tells a completely different story. Habit 2. Staying up late. The house is silent. Your mind moves faster than the world. Ideas form. Connections spark. The London School of Economics tracked over 20,000 people and found those who stayed up late consistently scored higher on intelligence tests. Why? At night, without interruptions, your brain shifts into exploratory mode. Charles Darwin did his deepest thinking between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Franz Kafka wrote his most profound work in the dead of night. It's not poor discipline. It's uninterrupted cognition. Creativity loves the quiet. While others sleep, your mind builds bridges no one sees. But this next habit? It gets you labeled as difficult, argumentative, even disrespectful. Stay with me because what your brain is actually doing, most people will never understand. Habit 3. Constantly questioning. Rules, norms, assumptions. It makes you skeptical, sometimes argumentative. But the journal Intelligence found that higher cognitive ability shows significantly more epistemic curiosity. That's the drive to acquire knowledge by asking questions. Your brain scans for gaps, patterns, hidden logic. Richard Feynman, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist, once said, "I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned." Curiosity may look like defiance, but it's intellectual independence. Now, society sees this next habit as a red flag. But for intelligent minds, this isn't antisocial. It's essential fuel. Habit 4. Enjoying solitude. Not lonely, just uninterrupted. The British Journal of Psychology found that highly intelligent individuals actually report lower life satisfaction when they socialize more frequently. Why? Because social interaction is cognitively expensive. Solitude fuels thinking, reflection, mental simulation. Isaac Newton did his most groundbreaking work during 2 years of self-imposed isolation. Nikola Tesla preferred solitude to social gatherings. For them, isolation wasn't avoidance. It was maintenance. Time alone isn't avoidance, it's mental maintenance, the fuel of genius. Habit 5. Overanalyzing small details. A glance, a tone, a tiny inconsistency. You think you're overthinking. But Yale University found that higher intelligence correlates with greater activity in brain regions responsible for detecting micropatterns. You notice what others filter out. Chess grandmasters don't see individual pieces. They see patterns unfolding 20 moves ahead. Sherlock Holmes wasn't brilliant because he had more information. He was brilliant because he noticed what everyone overlooked. The small things you obsess over are your superpower. What looks like anxiety is pattern recognition on overdrive. Your habits, your quirks, your silent routines. They aren't flaws. They're evidence. Proof of a mind that questions, connects, and explores beyond the obvious. If you recognized yourself in these habits, understand this. You're not broken. You're not weird in a bad way. Your brain is wired to process information at a depth most people never access. Einstein talked to himself. Darwin stayed up all night. Feynman questioned everything. Newton isolated himself. And all of them saw patterns no one else could see. Sometimes genius is loud. Sometimes genius is quiet. Sometimes genius just looks like you. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 habits describes you best? Drop a number in the comments, 1 through 5. And if it's more than 1, welcome to the club. Your brain works differently. And that difference, that's not a flaw. That's your operating system. That's your superpower. That's called intelligence.